All right, well, you guys had some great candidates running for office last year here in Queens. If for no other reason than they all had guts and they were all willing to actually give the voters of Queens a choice so that this state wouldn't continue to be a one-party state. And the gentleman that's going to introduce them is pretty impressive in his own right. Not only a member of the NYPD who served this city honorably. Not only has he served this party and this club honorably as a vice president, but with what he's doing now with the Square Deal Coalition, you're going to be hearing a lot about that. And I'll tell you, the reason that I'm here, and I wanted to meet all of you, and I wanted to hear Corey Lewandowski and see all the dignitaries, is because I cannot say no to Joseph Kincannon.
We're having a great party today, and I am energized by the people around me. Vickie Paladino, come on up here. Eric, come on up here. Dave, come on up here. Ladies and gentlemen, these are warriors. Let's give them a hand. They're out on the battlefield in Queens County, and each and every one of them are trying to do the best to represent the interests of the people in this room. All right, I'm going to give each one of them a few minutes here, all right, to come up to the mic and say a few words, but I got to be honest with you. I stand in awe of these people. They do the battle for each and every one of us every single day in the field. We'll start with Vickie. And here we go, folks. My faux pas. Vickie, our Republican Woman of the Year.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody? Well, I want to say thank you, of course, to the Queens Village Republican Club, as I so often have done in the last year, and I often told Phil and Joe and everybody else affiliated with this historic club that I feel most at home when I am at their mic. So thank you very, very much. I graciously accept this award. This Woman of the Year award means the world to me. I stood here last year, sat here last year, and my very first Lincoln dinner was March the 18th. And what we did at that Lincoln dinner was, I was announced as the Senate candidate for District 11 in Northeast Queens. So that was indeed an honor. Here I am a year later, and I'm standing at the mic as the Woman of the Year. First and foremost, I must thank everybody who worked so diligently and so hard on my campaign. It was a difficult fight. From the first signatures we collected to our primary victory and all the way to the general election. We stuck together until the very end, and I am eternally grateful to all of you. We fought that campaign because we saw our values were under attack. We saw a growing progressive movement in our own backyards. They are swallowing up our city and our state in an increasingly authoritarian and ruthless manner. And sadly, we saw our own party fail to meet the challenge adequately, either unwilling or unable to do what was necessary to stop this relentless assault on our liberty. It's a hard truth that we must face. The New York Republican Party is in distress. No reason to sugarcoat this. When we compromise our values and ideologies in order to pander to the liberal establishment, we don't motivate anyone to vote. When party bosses try to dictate the terms of an election and then refuse to respect the will of their own voters, we have a serious problem. When winnable races are actively undermined in order to satisfy bruised egos, We lose the trust of our base. When threats are made against loyal allies and party members, we cease to be an institution worth committing to. And these same corrupt party bosses deliberately spread vile and vicious lies about a candidate of their own party, and that is why we lose elections. I witnessed this and more through 2018. Numerous people in this room can attest to the horrible treatment at the hands of the party establishment here in Queens. It is frankly disgusting, and it is about time we're honest about it. But despite all this, despite the lack of the state party support, lack of funding, and constant attacks from all sides, I am incredibly proud of the work we did and the results that we achieved. We ran a credible and important campaign and showed that there is a place for a true conservative and our message here in New York City. What next? If we as a party regain the relevance, we need to educate voters on exactly how destructive, unrestrained progressivism will be for our city and state. We need to be as aggressive as the Democrats. Marxist economics, unrestricted illegal immigration, transgender children, the new RH law that was just recently passed. This is the Democratic platform, and we need to make every single voter aware of it in plain, simple English. We cannot be afraid of our own message. Thankfully, some of our work is already being done for us by our Ocasio-Cortez. She's just a gift that keeps on giving. And our wonderful, illustrious Marxist mayor. And his beautiful bride, who will plan to run in the next election. Okay, next. We cannot depend on the missteps of our adversaries in order to win. We need to actively combat everything the Democrats do. If we don't have the legislative power to stand in their way, we need to be out in the streets, and we need to be in the media every single day and let the people know we have the better option. We need to organize. We need to register new voters. And we need to turn people out to vote in ways that we have never done before. Gloves off, folks. We have a president out there fighting and winning every single day for us. We must take that lesson from President Trump. When we speak plainly, loudly, and refuse to compromise our values, victory does follow. It's not always easy, and it's not always pretty, but unless we are willing to put in the work, take the heat, and take the fight, and believe for what we believe here in New York, unless we do that, we will be permanently the minority. And then you know what? We'll deserve it. We can take the Senate back. We can win the Assembly. We can increase our influence in New York City Council. And there is no reason why there cannot be another GOP mayor and another GOP Thank you. I thank you all again. I just want to say in closing about our president. You know, a man his age, 72 years old, he's taken every shot, every arrow that's been fired at him. We heard Corey Lewandowski get up here today, and in true form, what we already knew, he confirmed. He gets up every day and he fights for us, the American people. I am here to tell you, this voice, we, the people, the party of Abraham Lincoln, we are only getting started. Take your gloves off. Get ready to fight, because we're going to fight the way the Democrats fight. Don't let them roll us over.